Buenos dias, Alma. Hello. So excited that I can do this now. Because I'm doing both. So excited. I love seeing names pop up. It's like I'm actually with you. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started off in the seat. Nice tall seat. And gently roll your shoulders down and back. Gently softening that space in between your brows. And I want you to pretend like there's a golden thread coming from the tippy top of your head, pulling you up and up and up. Beautiful, nice tall seat. And just gently noticing how your breath is moving. And taking this time to set an intention for your practice. Mine is to be present. I feel like I always say that, but just to be present, to be here. I am here. I showed up to my mat. And that's already jai, victory for us showing up. It's not something to take lightly when we do show up for ourselves. That those are big points, big wins for us. And we should take notice and take this time for some gratitude for yourself. Maybe even take your left arm and your right arm and give yourself a nice little hug. Say thank you, I love you. And gently release. And then let's go ahead and bring our arms overhead and then press your palms away. Exhale. Bring your hands in. Inhale. And press away. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Push away. And with each breath, gently releasing anything that isn't serving us. Now let's go ahead and bring that right ear towards our right shoulder. Bring that right hand on top of the left side of your head. Breathing into the space. Allowing yourself to soften and release. And then gently drawing that chin in towards your chest. Move your hand a little bit farther back on your skull. And then gently bringing your left ear to your left shoulder. Bring that left hand on the top side of your right side of your head. Breathing into it. And if you'd like to practice Ujjayi breath, which is ocean breathing throughout your practice, you totally can. So what that is ocean breathing or breathing like Darth Vader. Go ahead and drop that chin in towards your chest, moving that hand behind your head a little bit. And so we're making sounds of the ocean. So when we inhale, we hug that breath at the back of our throat. And when we exhale, we hug that breath at the back of the throat. Go ahead and meet me at center. So it's almost like we're fogging up a mirror. So with your mouth open, exhale. And inhale, breathe in through your mouth. So that's a little uncomfortable. So we do that but we're going to do that with our mouth closed. So, and I have a vague idea that you probably can't hear me. I tried to exaggerate that as best as I could. Let's go ahead and move on to our hands and knees. So throughout our practice, we totally can take that breath. So our knees are underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders. We're going to go ahead and come up into cow. And go ahead and bring that chin into cat. Inhaling up into cow. Rounding. Exhale into cat. Go ahead and come up into cow. Inhale. And rounding. Coming into your cat. Beautiful. A few more, just moving with your own body, moving with your own breath. Doing what feels good for you. And then gently, after this last one, gently meet me at tabletop. And what we're going to do here is we're going to extend those right fingertips out, extend those left toes out. Maybe leave the left toes planted on the mat. And we're going to pick up the right fingertips, pick up those left toes. And I want you to bring in your right elbow to your left knee, crunching in. So we inhale on the extension. And then when we come to center, we exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Creating length when we're really extending out that right arm and that left leg. Few more. Really engaging that navel in towards your spine. Working on our balancing. And then last one. Elbow to knee, and then set that right hand down, and we're going to go ahead and extend those left fingertips forward, extend that right leg back, and inhale, come in, exhale, extend, bring that elbow to your knee, really trying to get them to touch. If not, the direction and the action is just enough. Inhale on that extension. Exhale when you come into center. Few more. Linking your breath with the movement. And then gently set that left hand down, set that right knee down. Big toes in together, knees apart, forehead down onto the mat. Warrior 4, child's pose. Elbows are up off of the mat. We're walking those fingertips forward, so this is a very active child's pose. We can also take a non-active child's pose where our elbows are down on the mat. And this pose is always available to you. Take it whenever you need. Gently walk those hands over towards the left, and we're going to plant that right hand on top of your left hand, slightly drop that right shoulder down towards the mat. Sometimes we're just not feeling it, and we really need to listen to our bodies. I don't know why I've been waking up so just tired. And yesterday I tried to do yoga, a little power flow, and my body was like, no thank you. And gently walk your hands over towards the right, and we're going to plant that left hand down on top of our right hand. Yoga has a lot to teach us in those moments, like kind of diving deeper on what's going on and learning how to listen to myself and be gentle with myself too, treat myself with grace. And then gently walk those hands forward. We're going to go ahead and come onto our hands and knees. Hands are going to be slightly forward, slightly past your shoulders, and we're gently going to lower down into our yogic push-up and press up. We're going to do 4. Lowering down, holding, and press up. And lowering, and press up. One more. Lowering, and press up and back. Bring those knees underneath your hips. We're going to go ahead and pretend like there's a hammock in between your shoulder blades. We're going to curl those toes under, press your knees up and back into our first down dog. So we want to really send that tailbone up towards the sky. I want you to look up towards your hands. Make sure that you can see the mat in between each finger and that your wrists aren't crunching up. So it should be like a smooth transition from your wrists. No hard bends. And if we're hyper flexible, make sure to micro bend those elbows so we're activating the triceps and the biceps. And then gently bending the knees, and we're going to press the chest towards the back. So if we're here, I want you to really think about drawing that chest back towards the back of the room. And I don't want you to hold your head up. I want you to kind of let it hang out, as you can see. Think about drawing in that belly button in towards the spine and energetically sending those heels down towards the mat. If your heels can touch the mat, that's great. But also, our heels don't need to touch the mat. As you can see, mine don't, and we still get the juicy benefits of the pose. And sometimes it's even important to bend into those knees a little bit, just so we do feel the stretch in different places. We activate different muscles when we move a little bit and adjust. So gently roll forward into a plank, and we're going to gently drop those knees down. And if we're here, I want you to think about knitting in that belly button in towards the spine. So we're protecting that low back, and we're gently going to lower down, coming all the way onto our belly. Bring those hands nipple level, mid-chest level. Hug those elbows in. If they're flailing out, hug them in. We're going to press up, coming into cobra. Draw those shoulders down. So if our shoulders are coming up to our ears, bring them down. Breathing into it, pressing into the tops of our feet and the tops of our thighs. A gentle 45-degree gaze in front of us. And gently curl those toes under, press back into down dog. Now go ahead and press that left heel down into the mat, bending that right knee. And then gently press that right heel into the mat, bending the left knee. Nice deep bend. And then gently press both heels down towards the mat. Gently walk it forward, forward fold. Bring your hands to your elbows. Slightly release that neck down towards the mat, releasing that crown of the head, feeling that natural sway in the body. And then gently bringing your hands to your shins or to your thighs. And we're at halfway lift, nice flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. And fold, exhale. And we're going to go ahead and flow through some sun salutations. Inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky. Hands at heart center, exhale. Hands above your head, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Hands to your shins, inhale. Hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot back, drop that left knee down. Bring your arms overhead, inhale. Really send that tailbone down towards the ground, squeezing that left glute, breathing into it. And then hands to the top of the mat, push back, down dog. And then we'll go ahead and pick up that left foot, bring it to the top of the mat, set that right knee down, bring your arms overhead, inhale. And then hands to the top of the mat, lift right knee, pull it to the front of the mat. Exhale. Hands to your shins, inhale. And then hands above your head, exhale. And hands to your heart, inhale. Hands above your head, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Hands to the top of the mat, step that right foot back, drop that right knee down, bring your hands overhead, inhale. Hands to the top of the mat, push back, down dog, exhale. Bring that right foot up, inhale, bring it to the top of the mat, set that left knee down, exhale, and bring your arms overhead, inhale. Hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot through, inhale, halfway lift, folding, exhale, and bring your arms above your head, and hands to heart center. Few more rounds, hands above your head, inhale, forward fold, exhale, hands to your shins, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot back, bring your arms overhead, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, push back, down dog. Bring that left leg up, inhale, pull it through to the top of the mat, set that right knee down, arms overhead, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, pull that right foot through, halfway lift, inhale, forward fold, exhale, and bring those arms overhead, inhale, and hands to your heart center, exhale, hands above your head, inhale, forward fold, exhale, halfway lift, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, step that right foot back, drop that right knee down, bring those arms overhead, inhale, hands to the top of the mat, step back into your down dog, exhale, bring that right leg up, pull it through to the top of the mat, set that left knee down, bring your arms up, inhale. Hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot through, halfway lift. Folding and then bringing your arms up towards the sky and hands at heart center. One last round each side, so bring those arms up, forward fold, halfway lift. Hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot back, left knee down. Arms overhead, hands to the top, step that right foot back, and then we're going to go ahead and bring that left leg up, pull it through to the top of the mat. Bring those arms overhead, and hands to the top, pull that right foot through, halfway lift, forward fold, and arms above your head, and hands at heart center. Last time, last side. Arms overhead, forward fold, halfway lift, hands to the top, step that right foot back, drop that right knee down, arms overhead, inhale, hands to the top, step back, down dog. Lift that right leg up, pull it through to the top of the mat, set that left knee down, arms overhead, and hands to the top of the mat, step that left foot through, halfway lift, forward fold, and reverse swan dive up towards the sky, and hands at heart center. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do from here is we're going to take a Tadasana. So look down at your feetsies, lift those toes up. We're going to set each toe down, one toe at a time. And you can separate your legs a little bit so you can see my feet are directly underneath my hips. So my hip joint, my hip points, my most forward points are right here. and my feet are directly underneath them. Okay? And now I want you to ground down from 4 corners of your feet. So what I mean is 1, 2, 3, 4. And so we're really rooting down there. And we're lifting each toe up. Good toe exercises too. I've learned that we should work with our toes more. So we set each toe down, 1 toe at a time. Work your way up, moving from your ankles to your shins, to your knees, and then I want you to think about lifting the knees up. So we're engaging, so I'm flexing my quads up. Now I want you to, if your butt is sticking out, I want you to go ahead and roll that butt in, tuck that tail in, because that allows for us to have a nice, beautiful spine. And when we're there, that means that our core is naturally engaging. And then from there, gently roll those shoulders back and out, down and back. And that allows for our palms to gently just open up. And if we're pooping out our chest, just think about kind of bringing it in just a little bit. And then if your head is sticking out, gently draw that. Just bring that head back in just a little bit. And then last but not least, imagining that beautiful golden thread coming from the tippy top of your head. Everything's engaged. You're working in this pose. This is mountain pose, Tadasana. And you're feeling your chest rise and fall. Go ahead and think about all the strong qualities that a mountain has. You have all these qualities within you. You're strong, you're beautiful, you're breathtaking. Just noticing how even in the stillness, how much you're working. Noticing how much movement and life there is, even when you're just standing there. Your body is just constantly going and just being with the peace of this stillness. It's almost like we're in Shavasana, but we're standing. And allowing yourself just to let go. And as you let go, I don't know where I was going with that. As you just let go, you just notice this beauty there. Softening that space in between your brows. Softening any tension you might be holding on to in your face. And as we're letting go, you notice that it almost feels like you're going to float off of your mat without doing anything. It's the cosmos. And then gently crunch your fists up, draw those shoulders in towards your ears. Maybe a smile's breaking out through your face because you're like, what the heck is Christy saying? She's being silly. That's okay, as long as I made you smile. And release. Take that a few more times. Big inhale. Exhale, release. One more time. Big inhale. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Now bring those hands overhead. Bring that left wrist into your right hand. We're going to press that hip away. So you kind of notice that my hip is going towards the left, leaning into it. And I'm almost like opening up towards the left side, as you can see, so I can show you from the side. Breathing into it. And then gently switching sides, so bring that right wrist into your left hand. Press that right hip away. And then gently come to center. And let's go ahead and open our feet up wide. And our feet are going to be at a 45-degree angle, and we're going to come into goddess squat. So we're really sending that tailbone down. So I'm going to show you from the side. We are rolling on my butt. I'm not twerking it out. We're rolling it in, and we're sitting down into our goddess squat. Hands at heart center, maybe bringing your arms out, breathing into it. Really bring that right arm on the inside of your right thigh. Look up towards that left hand, still staying engaged in the thighs. And then gently switching sides, feeling the burn. And then hands to heart center, go ahead and come up. And we'll take that one more time. Gently coming down, open the arms, kind of tap that heart. Maybe a gentle sway side to side, feeling into it, linking your breath with your movement. Gently stop at center and rise up. Hands at heart center. Let's go ahead and bend into that right leg. Lift those left toes up. Now if your right heel meets the ground, great. If it doesn't, also great. So no worries. And if you need to plant your hands down for stability, that's cool too. It's okay. Wherever we can bring the yoga to meet us where we're at, that's amazing. So gently walking over towards the opposite side, lifting those right toes up. Or bringing your hands to heart center. And then gently walking it towards the middle, but this time we don't want our toes at a 45-degree angle. We're going to get ready to forward fold. So bring those hands to your hips, and we can even bend into our knees just a little bit, and we forward fold with a nice flat back. And then this is a great place where I'm going to demonstrate, a block. Uh-oh, I fell down and I broke a nail. All right. Here we go. So, bend, and we have a nice flat back, and we're coming into it. Breathing there, readjust. Okay. Now what I want you to do from here is leave our left hand down, and I want you to twist up, looking up towards that right hand. And then gently bringing that right hand down to the block. Switching sides, looking up towards that left hand. And then gently coming back to center. Walk those feet in. And we're actually going to come into pyramid. So both of my feet are going to be parallel with the mat. So what I mean is, if you imagine my mat is forward, I'm just going to step that left foot forward. Both my toes are facing your direction, or the direction of the front of the mat. And what you can do here is, if you don't have a block, so I want you to focus on bringing those hips towards the front of the mat or towards the direction of the camera. Send those hips back, and we can either grab onto that left shin, or we take our hands to the block. Still nice flat back. So you can see I'm not rounding here, but I have a nice flat back. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that left hand down and twist up, looking up towards those right fingertips. Still sending the hips back equally, so I'm not allowing my hips to open up too much. I'm actively bringing this right hip forward. And I'm still thinking about knitting in that belly button. Engaging. Now gently bring that right hand down and bring that left arm up. A little upward here. And you can look wherever is comfortable for your head. And then gently come to center. And now what we're going to do from here is first we're going to go into a warrior three. So kicking that right leg back, sending those arms back or coming to heart center. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to walk that left arm out. And we're going to open up, coming into half moon. Flexing, so you can't see my right toes, but I am flexing my toes in your direction. Breathing into it, and then gently, we're going to come up into crane. Maybe you lose your balance a little like me. Hands above. And then bring your hands to your heart, and we're going to bring that right foot into our right hand. We're going to kick this right foot into our right hand. Extend that left arm out. Nice bright chest. And we're coming into dancer. So shining that heart forward. Imagining that beautiful Anahata chakra, that heart chakra, beaming that beautiful green light. And then gently come back to center, release. And now, shimmy those legs out. We're going to bring those right feet forward. And we're going to bring that block in once more. Hinging at the hips. And we're going to go ahead and bring that right hand down, and we're going to twist open towards the left side, so left fingertips are up towards the sky. And then gently twisting over to the opposite side. And then gently coming in, and we're really going to plant this left foot down before we come up into our warrior. So really making sure we're planted there. I'm going to scoot up so you can see my left toes. And send those arms back or out or to your heart. Thinking about sending both my hips down towards the mat. And now gently walk those right fingertips out in front of your face. We're going to open up those hips towards the side. And if you fall out, just remember we're having fun. Like I said, for the life of me, I couldn't get this yesterday. Balancing was not in my practice. Opening up. Beautiful. And then gently coming in, drawing that knee in. Bring those arms overhead, coming into crane. And then we're going to bring that left foot into your left hand. Really kick that left foot into your left hand. Hinging at the hips, bringing that right arm forward. Coming into dancer. And then gently coming in. Drop that Left foot down, shimmy out that right foot. We're going to go ahead, big bend in your knees. This is a good spot to use a block. So I'm sending, good morning, Paulina. Good morning. I'm going to send those knees down. So I'm showing you from the front because my knees are level with my hips. And now I want to show you from the side. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift up just a little bit. This is a good place for a block. Working the sides. And then gently pressing up. And sit back into a chair just for a moment. Breathing into it. And then gently fold. Walk those hands over towards the left. Straightening out that left leg, bending that right leg. And then gently walking your hands over towards the right. Straightening out the right leg, bending that left. And then slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time. Bring the hands overhead, sit back into that chair. And then slowly bring your hands to heart center, bend into those toes, bring those knees down to meet your hips, and then slowly lift those glutes up off of your heels. And then open up those knees. We're going to go ahead and come back into a seated, coming back onto our back. And we're going to go ahead, walk those heels in, and we're going to interlace our fingers underneath our head, lift the knees up, and we're going to bring that left elbow towards your right knee. And then bring that right elbow towards your left knee, engaging that core. Inhaling at center. Exhaling on the twist. Inhale. Really thinking about bringing that elbow to the outside of that opposite knee. And then a couple more. And then meet me at center. Take a knee in each hand. Create some hip circles. Give yourself some love. Maybe even bring that forehead in towards your knees. Kiss on each of your knees. Thank you, thank you, thank you, body, for allowing me to do all the things that all I want to do. All the things. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to roll over onto our bellies. And we're going to do a little bit more. So we're going to come into a low plank first. Breathing into it. So really think about if your butt is here, bring that booty down. And then gently walk it up into a high plank. Push back into your down dog. We're going to bring that left leg up. Bring that left knee to your nose and press up. Left knee, left tricep and press up. And now left knee, right tricep and press up. And now bring that left foot down, bring that right leg up, and we're bringing that right knee to our nose and press up, and right knee to our right elbow, press up, and left knee, left elbow, press up, and now we're going to roll forward into that plank, and I want you to shift your weight over towards the left. You always have the option here to bring that left knee down. Okay, if not, we are here, and then gently come to center and switch sides. then gently come to center. Gently lower down onto your belly. Coming back onto those forearms. Coming back into that forward, into that low plank. And breathing into it. Now what I want you to do here is walk those feetsies in as much as you can. And we're thinking about sending our chest forward, coming into dolphin. Now if this is as far as you can get, then it's okay. I just really want you to think about when your hands are down onto the floor, that we're bringing those elbows in. Coming back into it. And if you have a bend in the knees, just as you would in your down dog, because essentially this is a down dog, but with your forearms down on the ground. And then with each breath, maybe walking those feet in a little bit more. Maybe even feeling your legs shake. And then gently lower down and press back into child's pose. Breathing into it here. Inhale in through your nose, exhale out with a nice big sigh. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring our knees in, and I want you to set your forehead down onto the mat. Now if your glutes don't meet your heels, it's okay. And we're gently just going to roll onto the crown of our head, taking a few breaths here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and then gently rolling back, coming onto your forehead. And we're going to do that one more time, really holding on to those heels. Cool, you can see me. And we're going to have our forehead down on the mat, and then gently bring our forehead up onto the tippy top. So as we lean our weight forward, we're feeling that opening from the back of our neck. Releasing any tension that is there. And then gently coming back, and we're going to gently work our way up. So moving really nice and slow. We are going to bring our soles of our feet together, and so our knees are open up, and I want you just to breathe right here. And then we're just gently going to twist that right arm behind you and bring that left hand to your right knee. Breathing into it. And that last little variation we did, that's a really good, it's really good if you have headaches or if you're holding a lot of tension in your neck. Just remember, come to center and switch sides. So bring that left hand behind you and your right hand to your left knee. Just remember to move really slowly whenever you're feeling like dizzy, or even if you're new to yoga, just moving slowly and mindfully, because we tend to get a little bit dizzier, and it also depends on our environment, but a little bit more susceptible to dizziness when we're first starting. So just remember to be gentle with yourself in all stages of our practice, in all stages of our life. And then gently come to center. And now what we're going to do, nice flat back, and gently hinge forward. into it, feeling that release in your hips. And then gently come up. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring our left knee forward and then bring that right knee to stack on top. We're going to take cow face, and if you want to take eagle arms, you totally can, or you just have the option just to fold forward here. So my left leg is underneath my right, and so I'm going to bring my right arm underneath my left. That's how I always like to think of it, because then I don't forget which one's underneath. So when I go to switch sides. So now what I can do is I can bring my arms out a little bit, and I'll feel that stretch in between my shoulder blades here. Still a nice tall seat. And maybe even hinging a little bit in my hips, feeling those glutes open up. And you might feel it in different places than I do, but if it's ever like a sharp pain, please, please, please talk to me, and we can always come up with a different option. And then gently switching sides, bringing that right leg underneath, left leg on top, twist over, and it's okay if you're not where I'm at. Like once upon a time, I wasn't here. So we're gonna bring that right arm underneath that left. Breathing into it. Gently releasing. Give yourself a nice big hug. I love you, I love you, I love you. I also love you. And then gently, we're going to go roll onto our back. And if there's any last minute, if there's any positions you would like to take or that are calling to you, by all means, take them. If not, shimmy out those feet, shimmy out those hips, draw those shoulders down and back. Coming into Shavasana now, you have this as an option, traditional Shavasana, or as a more comforting, if you're having anxiety or anything, this is like a great comforting pose to take. It really like soothes your heart. It's almost like someone's giving you a hug. Super great. And just allow yourself to melt into it for these next couple of minutes. And imagining that your body has little roots, whether you're on your back or you're on your belly. Just imagining roots coming from you. And they're rooting down into the earth, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with our ancestors, land, and we're going down into the ancient waters, and it's going down and down and down. This is where our roots are going, and they meet the core of the earth. And the core of the earth is so fiery and bright and beautiful, and your roots touch this, and there's these two energy spirals, and they're connecting with you. And now it's coming the opposite direction, and they're coming up and up and up through the water, through the land, and meeting your body, and you're just feeling connected and grounded. And that light that you touch, that's all the love and light that you are. And you have this within you. And you can tap into this whenever you want and whenever you need. And gently feeling your breath and the rise and the fall of your chest. And so now that energy is meeting you from the soles of your feet up through your calves, your thighs, your hips, your belly, your chest, your arms, your beautiful face and up through the crown of your head, surrounding you in this bright, beautiful light. You are safe and you are loved. You are protected. And gently taking an inhale in and exhale out. And when you're ready, gently wiggling those toes, brushing your thumbs up against each finger. Gently rolling onto your right side for more energizing, or left for more grounding. And once you're here, just taking a moment. So you have your arm underneath your head, and your knees are drawing towards your chest. And just gently taking an inhale and exhale out through your mouth. And I know I always say it, but if you haven't heard me say it, I love this pose because it's a gentle reminder. We can restart at any point in our lives. We make our reality what we make of it. And when you're ready, gently press yourself up into a seated. And gently pulling up those hands on the ground, feeling that connection with Mother Earth, even if we're in our homes. It's okay. Like everything comes from a source from the earth. Isn't that wild? And feeling that connection and that grounding. And that gratitude. And gently placing your hands over your heart. How wonderful you are. Loving all the parts of you, the light and the dark. You're so amazing. And then gently bringing your hands to your third eye, connecting with your intuition. And gently bringing your hands to heart center. And I'm going to share a little mantra. Luka samasta sukhinu bhavantu. May all beings, including ourselves, be happy, be well, and be free from suffering. And may my thoughts, my words, and my actions in some way contribute to that happiness, that well-being, and that freedom from suffering from all. And I invite you to share 3 ohms with me, connecting that universal sound, connecting us together even through this digital world. Inhale. Shanti, 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 Hari Om. Thank you. Gracias, gracias, gracias. I appreciate you so much for sharing your practice with me. I will see you again. So Wednesdays I'm going to do full hours like this, and then I'll be posting little baby videos on Sundays and Thursdays, uploading them here and onto YouTube. So yes, if you ever have any questions, please let me know. And I do also offer one-on-one. Love you, love you, love you. Oh, hello, Frank. Hello, Jade. You're welcome. Don't know if y'all are still in here. I hope you had a good time. Okay, bye.